let's
So
wait a
where's the
couple of
newly
minutes.
appointed approver? Where's Robert?
That's 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 the question. I mean, we didn't promote him for nothing, right? We expect him to lead this now.
Yes.
Honestly, we haven't really done this in a long time, so we have lost any, discipline over formats and stuff, but it can be just an informal chat. Let's wait for a couple of minutes and then we can
Sure.
already start discussing, I don't know,
Not sure
stuff.
if there's, yeah, not sure if there's something to discuss, but at least we are all here, right?
Yeah, we can.
That's a progress.
Yeah, that's, I think, as of that, like that as well. I was like in the company was like, hey, the time changed. Everyone who's interested, join.
Yeah. The
But
other
I
day I
guess I need
was
to kick them again.
counting PRs from different contributors. I think uh, Robert had 21 lost, which is exactly basically over the line for the
Yeah, you
formal
need 20,
criteria of,
right?
yeah. I mean, we don't need to be that formal, I think. I guess if the working group has consensus, no one is going to stop us from having more members. But Benjamin, if you have 5 more PRs, you will be, I mean, theoretically eligible.
I'm working on it. Bit
I'm
stressy the
sure.
last weeks, so I
No pressure.
I started a branch, I don't know, 6 weeks ago. I worked on it a week, and since then somehow don't know where the time went.
Make
But
sure you
yes,
rebase, but actually it might not be a problem these days because other than the Kurifi bot, we haven't done anything significant. We're mainly working on some internal integrations. But yeah. We
I
also have a
just
PR from one of your colleagues on service updates.
Vasily,
Yeah,
yes.
no, not
Oh
Vasily.
no,
Vasily's one got
Yevgen?
merged yesterday. Yeah, Evgen, about services, maybe we have to take some time there as well. I think we provided already some comments. I don't know if he had time.
Yeah, he is on vacation this week, so maybe that's why
Okay,
nothing happened.
sure. We have ideas how to improve on that. I mean, it's a draft one, but maybe we can already make some progress there as well.
Yeah, I guess he will be happy to get some feedback.
We already provided some. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know if
just opened it, so I'm looking at it.
uh,
I will ping him next week.
if we can be more helpful in some way, just let us know, and I guess we'll try to find some time for this. Because service support, I mean, it's not complete, right? So this is one big missing piece. So if we can move it forward together, that would be actually quite nice.
Yeah, we
And then,
we created a list of stuff that's kind of missing for the tests we normally do. Where
okay,
I think I explained in the past where this like CF spaces is not working because it
mm-hmm.
tries to call the isolation segment endpoint. That's
All
the
right,
one I started working on, where it just gives returns an empty array for the isolation segments. So the CF spaces command starts working because
mm-hmm.
I guess it should work, and yeah, I don't
Yeah.
see why not having the isolation segment endpoint should prevent it from working. And I
Mm-hmm.
think there was a different one which had a similar issue. So it's just like small bits and pieces to
Have
get
you
some more functionality.
have you already filed issues for all of these
Mhm.
findings?
I need to ask my colleague that created the list
All right. I
if
mean,
he
but
spent the time to compare if the issue is already there and if not to create it.
yeah. By all means, if you find things like that, especially easy things like that, just file issues, and I guess it would be also easy to contribute them because they're easy fixes, right?
Yeah.
And isolation segments, who knows if we ever implement that, but even if we do, it can be switchable on and off. And then, as you said, if isolation segments are not switched on, then no need for these commands to break. So I guess stub implementations for starters will work, especially if it's breaking your case.
Yeah.
We
But
recently fixed the service keys. Because we showed
ah,
this demo on the CF day,
yeah.
we really wanted to make the point that the developer is really not familiar with Kubernetes, just using CFCLI, right?
Yes.
And then how do you actually see the contents of the secret? You basically create a service key, but this wasn't really working pretty well. So I had to fix it up a little bit, and we also have some more fixing to do. Right now, I think the limitation is that if you create a service key or any kind of bindings for that matter, that's like a singleton binding. Try to create a new one with a different name and you get a nasty error. And this one is in progress though, I think. We have started some fix on this.
That sounds good.
Speaking of fixes, maybe it's worth mentioning that we currently paused our pipeline because we're trying to move to a cheaper area.
Oh, yeah.
All good.
We officially promised to Chris in person that we're finally going to start on this because the whole foundation has been cutting some costs during the
Yeah, I think they recently
last months.
migrated lots of stuff, right, to other.
Yeah. But we were pretty much out of capacity, mainly because we were preparing for CFD, but not only. And yeah, as it turns out, it's not that simple. I already managed to break everything once or two times. But yeah, PRs are probably going to be blocked for a couple of more days because we're migrating the concourse and our vault, and I guess there's state there like data that needs to be migrated. That's really, not
the
an easy
nasty
task.
part.
Yeah, we don't normally do that. I hope all is nice. If we accidentally lose all the secrets, too bad.
That's too bad. Yeah. Happens. Always good.
So, yeah.
I think that back in time we were wondering, would it not be nice if all the systems supported a protocol for credentials rotation so that you can automate that?
Yeah, just
Unfortunately, they
migrate
don't.
stuff back and forth, right? But
Not
no.
only, for example, it's a good practice to rotate your credentials occasionally. And if you're working on 10 systems, you have to go and rotate the credentials everywhere and store them somewhere like Vault. It would be cool if Vault just had a button or command rotate all the credentials.
Send like an event and everyone that's like, ah, yeah, I consumed that. I restart. That would be funny.
Yeah, that's. I guess would be very hard.
Would be too easy to have something like that.
Yeah, but yeah, it's basically everyone will have to implement. It needs to be a standard protocol. I don't know. Maybe there is something already like that, but it's not really widely adopted. Otherwise, I guess we would be already using it. Maybe Google would have a button rotate all my credentials or something like that. I don't know that they do.
They don't share that, you know.
Yeah.
It's just
Well, if
for
you
them.
think about it, there are mechanisms to change your certificates. Let's Encrypt supports this. So when your certificate expires, it just generates a new one for you. And it's also integrated with the cert manager on Kubernetes. It works without you noticing it. So it should not be that impossible, maybe.
You would think you are not the only person that has such an issue, right? Kind of.
Yeah. I don't know. People just, I guess, just manage somehow. But anyway,
They're not annoyed enough about it.
or maybe they're fine with being annoyed about it.
That could also be. It's
Or maybe it's
okay. I
just too
have a
difficult.
script that can restart everything for me. Yeah, that's pretty.
Scripts are pretty cool, but we have actually a couple of times we had to run a 3-year-old script or something. So it's never a very smooth experience. At least you can sort of track your line of thoughts from back then because you have it scripted, but it doesn't work because of so many reasons. So
I see what I did there. Oh.
we
Isn't
have
working anymore.
our acceptance deployment is we never recreate it. It's meant to be really, to live for a long time, so that we can see if we have memory leaks, stuff like that. If something bad happens, or if we want to detect downtime, I think it was running for 3 years or something, and then we did something nasty to it, had to recreate it, and I think it took us a lot of time in the end because various bits and pieces had changed over time. So yeah, scripts that you don't run regularly, are somewhat limited
Yeah, I
usability,
had
but still useful in the end.
a similar thing yesterday. I asked a colleague of mine, like, I know we ran that. Can someone explain me where and how? Because I need to do it again. I don't
And
understand
that's
what we did here. Can
and
someone jump in?
that's why we have Concourse, right?
Yeah.
Because at least then, I mean, you can run it regular, and then you're sure that it's healthy, and you know where and stuff. But yeah, even Concourse is not perfect.
Yeah, in this case, it
Uh,
wasn't even meant to be run again. Like, okay, we did that now. No need to do that ever again. And then I found another occurrence.
Benjamin, do you know? I mean, do you, as Any9s, have interest in the services like the service update and building some other stuff on top, or is it just that your colleague decided to work on this issue? I mean, should we expect like more stuff to come in this
So
direction?
we have various platforms running the normal CF, right? And one thing we do is we automate data services at Any9. So we provide service brokers where you can then on demand create your own whatever, Postgres, MariaDB, key value, a Valkey service, something like that. And you can also, for example, you have service plans there, right? And if you want to go to a bigger service, you need to run CF update service. And one thing that wasn't supported yet was, I think, the -p to provide a different plan during the update service, which means updating to a bigger service plan isn't supported yet. So that's the reason why we are looking into that. But in general, it's like we have various data services that can be attached via a broker. And so we are checking what functionality is missing there compared to the regular normal CF.
Yeah, okay.
And also we started, as you saw in this talk from Julian, with Clutch, which offers or which should offer a broker interface in the future. So you could also attach that to Corify then.
That would be also interesting if you find any problems there. Because
Does
this
it
is
not already
exactly
provide a broker interface?
In the version that I last saw, not, but in the version that Julian presented, yes.
okay.
So Julian had like a version for the talk, which my team not yet received. So I only saw it in the talk.
So it's like maybe a POC or just not released yet.
Yes.
Okay.
We were thinking about using Clutch for our demo, thinking that it provides that interface. But good that we didn't, because then the presentation will be the same as the Julian's one.
Yes. I was laughing when I saw your presentation with this empty box and a question mark in it, and then like what component is missing, and I was sitting there, yeah, it's Clutch. Clutch is missing in that box. That makes totally sense.
It's one of the things that is missing because it's it's pluggable, it's broker, it's a protocol. Yeah, we didn't really think that it. I don't think we expected that it had OSB interface. We wanted to write a broker, which would have been an even bigger fail if we chose that. But I guess things went fine, so that we can show different interesting stuff.
Yes, for sure.
Achieved.
I think yours was more hands-on. I mean, you showed like creating the buckets and all of that. I think Julian's was more like the concept behind it.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder if we maybe went a little bit too far with the hands-on, because we wanted really to put it we wanted for it to look a little bit more realistic, and with this event and all that kind of things, and everything you control from the CSCOI. But I feel like we maybe lost the audience a little bit. Maybe it was just too much because we created 3 services and there was real waiting because it was real stuff. But who knows? I can tell that someone scanned our barcode a couple of times because the trial went off and the code broke, so I had to replace it for the slide deck. I hope that other people managed to actually go to the actual link. That was also a bit unfortunate, but
Happens,
cares.
right?
Yeah. We tested every like there are so many ways in which this demo could have failed miserably. Like we were depending heavily on the cloud or many things, the internet in the room, and we tested everything so many times. Like exactly before the talk, we retested everything. Everything was recreated and set up and all that. And in the end, this is what broke. So you never know. Anyway.
So I pinged Robert, but it seems like he refuses to join.
Yeah. Maybe next time.
Yeah, not
Maybe
a good
he's
example for a
busy.
new approver. We should just tell him
Not
that.
very good, yeah, not very good. I hope he puts enough labels on issues so that he can make it up for this one. Maybe that's why he forgot, right?
Yeah,
I can
he's just
imagine it
adding
get
labels right now.
I can imagine it get pretty monotonous.
And then you get like an overview again about, yeah, I think those 12 issues are closed already. And now
Oh,
he
yeah.
can close them himself, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Now
So
he has the power.
yeah, we have not been very diligent about it, as it seems we sometimes find things that should have been closed ourselves as well. Yeah.
You're basically relying on automation, and probably automation doesn't always work.
Yeah, I think we're relying, but sometimes we forget to link the PRs to the issues or put the comment in the commit, and then we think it's just auto close, but not always the case.
Yeah, and sometimes
So,
it's just old issues you don't have.
well, we have tons of old issues. Maybe at some point it could be good. I have wanted to do that for a long time, but it's never, it's never the priority to just kick very old stuff out because the icebox is really huge, but I don't think many of these things will be ever done. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I guess if there are no more topics, I mean, it's fun to chat and all that about random stuff, but yeah, we could also call it earlier. We don't need to invent.
Well, good. I just told the guys in my company, like, just join. If there's someone else that wants to discuss something, it's always good to have people there, right? It's not just join if you have something yourself.
Sure,
It's
no,
just
yeah.
like,
Even if it's 5 minutes, why not? Especially if you have PRs, it will be more interesting. And yeah.
or want to start to work on an issue. Then you can also discuss stuff here, right, before you start with it.
Oh yeah, we have one guy from a company called BR Factory. They're not Beer Factory though. It's BR. They're not producing beer. I think they're producing SAP consultancy. So
sounded interesting.
Now I realize it sounds a little bit like the other kind of factory. Anyway, but so he's not very experienced with Kurishi. They want to contribute quotas, and it's a little bit ambitious, I guess. But we have been in touch in the late meeting. He said this time zone works for him as well. So he didn't make it this time, but this is exactly as you said. If you want to start working on something, we can always give you initial feedback. We can also do it on Slack for that matter. You don't need to wait, but we can also do it here.
Yeah.
So.
But yes, I just wanted to join because I said I was for earlier time slot, so I need to be here. So
exactly, because if you didn't show and Robert didn't show, it would have been very disappointing for us, right? after,
Yeah.
because you have to know, it took a lot of effort to make Ram actually move the meeting. I think I have to come back to him like 4 or 5 times. I presume he was just very busy on the CF day, but yeah.
No,
also
that's a good
wanted,
time slot where we normally. So I should be, if I'm not on vacation, you
Yeah.
can expect me to be here. I
Cool.
try to bring more people next time, but we are a bit short-staffed this week, so people are just doing
Fine.
things.
It's fine. I also like the new slot because it's working hours and we don't have to stay up late just to, just to see that there's no one and go
Yeah,
away.
and then wait 5
Yeah,
minutes and
Yeah.
go your way, right?
Yeah. So that's already a big improvement in a couple of ways.
Yes.
Cool. I guess if there's nothing else to discuss, it was a nice, fun chat, and yeah, I guess we can maybe get back to some work. So thank you for joining. See you next time. I hope we see Robert and more people as well.
Yeah,
next
we
time.
will pressure him. We say, you're now
Yeah.
an approver. You need to show up.
Exactly.
Good. See you in 2 weeks.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.